we were just talking real quick about work life and wanting ambition and wanting things outside of work. And I was just explaining like in Canada, well, at least where I work at,
Yeah.
since I work for a nonprofit, everybody is very self-aware that work is work and life is life, and the differences between the two. And so, um, even though like management they can get strict at times, and we do have jobs to do, but for the most part, like people out here, they really do emphasize things outside of work or taking care of
Hmm.
yourself and like your mental health and all that. So they like
Yeah.
promote a lot more. Like so at my job, right? At my job, we have duties, and so I'm a youth worker, so I work with the youth. But other departments will throw different types of activities for the
Hmm.
community, but also for us, because like we count as community too. So at any moment, you can go in and they could have a beading workshop or a sewing workshop or a weaving workshop or moccasin making workshop or a drum making workshop, and like um at our job, if you have everything situated at in your position, you can go join these. So you can go
Mm.
and like learn how to cultivate or harvest or culture a SCOBY to create your own kombucha. Like you
Mm.
can do these things, or you can go basket weaving or hat weaving, or whatever. You can get a cultural smudging or brushings or things like that. And so
Yeah.
like what you're explaining, where people are like just kind of just going in and out and just like work is work and that's it. I guess I'm very lucky to work where I work at, because they really do, they understand life outside of work. Even like the personal stuff like pops or my grandma or whatever.
Yeah.
I just i had just started working on my job like from November to April to March, so it wasn't even that long, 5 months, 4 months, something like
Hmm.
that. And then my grandma passed, and I was going for like a month, and they were just
Yeah.
like, take your time," and I was just like, tripping out, because that's not how it's done in the States. And
Hmm.
even then, I rushed it to 3.5 weeks, because I was just like, even my dad was like, "Bro, you sure you got a job to go back to when you get?"
Yeah.
Because it don't really work like this. You just got there. I was like,
Right.
Dad, they telling me and I got back and it was good. Like they had a card and everything. And then my pop
Hmm.
stuff, I was gone for 2 months. And
Yeah.
they were just like, yo, I even came back and they were like, take more time if you need. So like, you know, it's definitely a lot different out here.
Yeah, nah, that's more indicative of like the US versus Canada workplace, what is it, like
Culture. Yeah.
environment, culture,
Yeah.
work culture, like it's so different, bro.
Yeah.
And because of like the strictness of like, PTO, vacation time, like,
Yeah.
these bosses have to crack down on us like, "Oh yeah, you only got this amount of this amount of that." And I'm just like, "Man, fuck." Like you can't do shit. You got to work so much time just to get a week off and it's like, man, nah, bro. And I'll credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? My job does have resources for those things that you mentioned, the mental health, all of that.
Mhm.
But that should be standard for all workplaces, for all
Yeah.
companies. You know what I mean? I just wish I wish there was like a bigger emphasis on it, but then again, it's there and it's on me to take it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if we're talking about just the people in there, like I just feel no connection. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel any. I mean, there's certain things we feel connections on, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But surface level stuff. But when it comes to the work after work, you know what I'm saying? Like their
Yeah.
idea of work after work is just way different from mine and I respect it. I just cannot mess with it, bro. I can't go back to. I can't go back. I refuse to go back. That was old Marcus. I can't do that anymore. I have
Hey,
goals and ambitions now. Things are
Marcus
different.
he used to be at the clubs in Samoa, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Jesus fucking
Marcus with
Christ.
his little towel.
we turned the parks into like the little bars and shit,
Yeah.
doing ridiculous things, falling over
Drinking
while taking a piss. You
drinking
know what I'm saying?
that was funny as hell, bro. Y'all
I'm
remember y'all
so
drank 9 expired 40s?
Please stop bringing that up. Yeah,
They were
expired, bro.
9
Expired from the
expired
PX,
40s.
bro. Oh, bro, we used to go in, bro. Our livers have suffered enough. All right, I can't do it anymore. So wherever I find my tribe, the way you found yours at the Cherry Bomb Toy Fair, I'm trying to find them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to chill
Hey,
with them.
I
I'm
just
trying to
hit
chill with the homies, bro.
I just hit this dude up to make a trade, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I think you bought stuff from my table at the toy fair." And I looked, I was like,
I
"Oh
did.
shoot!" I was like,
Yeah, I
"Yeah,
did.
that's me." He was like, "Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like usually you know when it comes to whatever trades or whatever, I kind of ask for references, but no, I know you. I know your stuff is good. So
Nice.
yeah, so shout out to
That's
bro
what I'm.
Jamie
That,
Jaime.
that's what I'm. Hey, shout out to Jaime, bro. I'm trying
Yeah,
to meet more Jaimes, bro. I'm trying to
yeah.
meet more Jaimitas. You know what I'm saying? Whoever,
I
wherever.
mean,
You know what I mean?
I don't know what the landscape is like out there, but if you have a volunteering opportunity like
Oh
that,
right, yeah,
that's such a bro. If you think about it, everybody that's there to volunteer are from another workplace or from another organization, and
definitely,
they're
yeah, true.
halfway there to volunteer, but mostly there to network. So you know,
Ooh,
like,
I didn't even think of that. That's right. Yeah, okay.
bro, I've met so many people that volunteer, and I work there now, but I also volunteer when I can, and I
Yeah.
met so many different people from like the health, you know, sector to the business, private business
Dude,
sector to like all
what
of
a
this.
great idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
great
so
idea.
you should check some out, especially out there. There might be something like Polynesian related, you know?
Yeah,
Like, well, I guess
definitely,
it must have passed in May, but you know, some kind of volunteering opportunity would be super dope to,
for
you know,
sure.
get your feet wet and whatnot.
You know what I'm saying? To meet peoples and shit, and for a good cause, hopefully.
Hey, shout out to the lady at my
Hopefully.
job. She's like she finds funding for us. Like she does like these big events and stuff.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I heard you do music," so she added me on Instagram. And I think now I feel like she thinks I'm a celebrity or something because like
Yeah.
when I seen her again today at the thing, she like, "Hey, my husband said he can take our picture. Can I just take a picture real quick, a little photo op?" And she wants to
Yeah.
introduce me to the president of like a football club, which is like soccer.
Oh yeah.
And she
Okay.
was like, "You know,
Okay, Ted Lasso. I didn't
yeah,
know I was talking to Ted Lasso.
yeah."
Hell yeah.
She's like trying to, you know, like get free tickets for the kids, but also she's like, "You know, I think it'd be great. Your story is great." So like, yeah, man, networking is dope, man.
All right, for sure. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I got to get out. I got to learn to be better at networking. You know what I'm saying? Meeting people. I can talk to people. You know what I
you
mean?
can.
But yeah,
Not in a bad way.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You
You can.
freaking can. No, yeah, I could definitely talk to people, but like trying to do the networking thing too is kind of, I don't know. I feel, I'm not too confident in that yet, but it's getting there. You know what I mean? I'm working on stuff, so we'll figure
Mhm.
it out. Man, get some ambition. Why you bored? Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
R.I.P.
saying.
Aaliyah.
R.I.P. Aaliyah. R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to another episode of the freaking Polytickin Podcast, you nerds. You know what it is, all right? Episode
Mm.
129. We in here again, man. A little busy, you know what I'm saying? I just cleaned my bathroom. I went to the gym, you know what I'm saying? I bought me some industrial cleaners, you know what I mean? So that's
Ooh.
been my great day
What's an
being an
industrial
adult.
cleaner like Ajax?
Yeah, something like that. I just threw out industrial. Well, that's what the name of the section was. Yeah, that's what the name of the section was I went to in Home Depot. But
Hey, what you got
there
that
you can get.
uranium?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need level 3 clearance to get this shit.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all over there at like Home Depot, Target. It was pretty
Okay.
cheap. So I wanted to try the new cleaner. Works like a charm. You know what I'm saying? What's
Mm.
the deal? Huh?
Episode
129.
129. Y'all know what it is. Welcome back to the Polytickin Podcast. If y'all want some
Mm.
more of us, we are joined by Lance for our Patreon. So patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast. Go on down there, $5 a month or more. There's an or more. You can sign up for more if you'd like.
Hey, yeah, hey, walk. You got to walk the oos through it, because you know what I'm saying.
Oh
Your
yeah,
uso,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah,
cousin.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
my
There you
cousin.
go.
Shout, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin Jonah who say he's trying to upgrade his Patreon tier subscription. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you know what I'm
Everything is the
saying?
same. You can pay more, but it's the same thing. It's an extra episode every week. But if you want to
Mm-hmm.
support more, if you balling like that, you know what I'm saying? Come
I
on down
mean,
to the Patreon, patreon.com/the Politicking Podcast. If you follow us on
mm-hmm.
Instagram, the link is in our bio. But yeah. Also, if you want some more Marcus and Lance
Yeah,
Tonga of the Polynesian Podcast, going down to the
yeah,
Pacifica Movie Starter Kit. If you follow us on audio platform or on YouTube, then you will see their uploads as well. But if you don't, go on down, follow us on our platforms, follow us on Spotify, follow us on Apple Podcasts, follow us on YouTube, the Polytickin Podcast. Check us out. subscribe, leave a comment or two, get them engagements up. You know what I'm saying? Everything helps. Every little thing helps. Also, if you
Yeah,
want some
man.
more, if you're a sports fanatic and you want to hear from, two Polynesian, propagandists going down to the Polynesian boys.
Samoans in sports,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm
Samoans
saying?
in sports.
If they wasn't Raider and Charger fans, I would feel better about this ad. But you know what? That was my dog. So go check the Usos out. Check out Lance. Check out Forrest, Coach Forrest.
Yeah.
Polynesian podcast. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And this is the flagship. So let's do. I'm so tired, bro. I'm sorry.
It's all
Marcus
good.
texted me
Hey,
that he
no.
was online and I fell asleep. Like,
Yeah.
damn, my
All
bad.
right. I got you, man. I'll lead us off, dog. I got you. Dude, we're so good at this.
Yeah.
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 You know?
I haven't been up to much, bro. I just been chilling and shit. What's today? Friday. But I downloaded a new app yesterday.
Okay.
All right. It's called Imprint. All right. Have you ever seen ads for Imprint on like Instagram?
The only time I've ever heard the word imprint be
What?
used
What? How?
it's remember Twilight?
I knew it. I knew you were gonna bring that. I knew it. That's the only one I seen in theaters, bro. The very last one, bro.
That's the only time I've ever heard the word imprint be used.
Yeah.
But I remember like seeing it and I was like, wait, so Jacob is just go marry the daughter? Like,
Yes.
how is this not problematic? Like, what?
You know what I'm
Where's
saying?
all the Taylor Lautner cancel culture at, bro? Like,
Bro, what they turned from 1 to 25 in like 1 day or some shit. They're still a day old, Jacob. They're still only a day. She's only a day old, bro.
that was
Chill out.
wild. Like, bro,
Yeah.
R. Kelly wouldn't do that. Like, and I will have your firstborn. Like, what the? What the ripple still skin is going on here, bro? Yeah, that hella threw me off. But they were like, no, this is what wolves do in the wilderness. I was like, it don't translate well to humans. I
You
don't
know what
even
I'm
know that
saying?
much. Yeah,
Bro,
sorry, I know that's
I'm
not
getting
what
the
the
case
app
if we fuck. Yeah, we getting the case. We try to catch a case if you try to imprint on somebody, bro.
Yeah.
That's nasty. That's fucking nasty. You catch the case.
Yeah, get them bracelets out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro.
Imprint
Relax,
outta here,
Twilight.
bro.
You nasty motherfucker.
Hey, look,
nasty
Marcus
mother-
gonna call me nasty, but he know what I'm saying, so he
Hey. Look, man, look. All I'm saying is we're not imprinting out here, but I did get a new app yesterday. It's called Imprint. And like it basically just gamifies learning. It's supposed to stop you from like doom scrolling and all that shit, all that elder millennial cringe shit that everybody wants to, you know what I'm saying, be productive and all this shit. So it helps with all of that and being less distracted on your phone. And it basically has like 100 plus courses on different subjects and it's really interesting the way they do it. Like you go through different units, you learn a couple things, you build up XP. It's so fucking stupid. So great.
No, it sounds great.
What?
I'm just tripping that this is you saying it.
What a dickhead. Why is it me? Why gotta be me, bro? I'm telling you, dog. Things are different.
I'm always gonna tell the story, bro.
Which one, bro?
Well, first of all, let's break this down. This is an app.
Okay.
It's called Imprint. We're not sponsored, but Imprint, if you want to sponsor us,
please
come on
sponsor us, man. That's that's the whole point I'm talking about. This is a plea to sponsor the show. Yeah.
I would say let's set the scene. This is Marcus downloading an app, doing this Imprint app stuff, like working on himself and doing all these courses and everything, just outside of work, like on his free time. And it just, like as you're talking, I'm like, bro, this is the same dude that came 20 minutes late to class, sat down, open his notebook, and then go outside and take a 20-minute smoke break.
Come on, man. Come on. Hey, we're past that, bro. We're past that. Hey, we're past.
Hey,
Yo,
every time you get up, Miss Water look like.
Look, Look, man, don't judge me by my past. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to. But you talking about? Yeah, they got different courses. Not doom scrolling. I'm like, bro,
look, man.
Marcus was doom smoking. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. That sounds. Smoking. I want to download that. I want to download that. That sounds interesting. It's
pretty cool.
It's just funny because I know you. Like,
yeah.
Hey, nobody has come further than Marcus. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now.
That sounds crazy.
Oh, what the yo.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone.
Yo, I'm sure other people have come farther.
I'm sure. As far as distance, they made it further. Okay.
Yeah. See, Marcus, Mister. He knows.
Stop bringing him up, man. I'm not him. I'm just a guy, bro. But yeah, no, it's a great app, man. So far, it's been a great app, and now I want to start streaks. I want to learn all these units of different things, and it's pretty cool. Other than that, nothing else.
That's crazy because I think I mentioned this before. So one of the youth that come to my program, she's from China, and the game she has on her phone it looks exactly like a Farmville kind of game. You know what I'm saying? Like where you can.
I've seen ads for those games too. Yeah.
But it's like in order to buy skins or buy the coin, like in order to get these coins, you have to answer questions that are in English for Chinese to English language learners.
That's tight. That's tight,
bro. So it's basically a video game, but it's also a studying game. And she said, her mom only allows her to play this game. So she has to go in, read a paragraph, you answer questions in English, and you have to learn, different vocabulary words, whatever. And then once you answer those questions, you get coins. And then with those coins, you can go harvest your food, or you can go and buy extra lives or whatever. And I was just like,
oh, brother,
do they have this for us, like our kids? Because imagine that, bro. Imagine like a Fortnite game or something where you had to learn in order to progress in the game,
bro.
Like that's such an easy marketable thing. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say that I seen an ad for one that looks like a top-down scroller, like old Pokemon games and Legend of Zelda. You know what I'm saying? I think there are a couple out there. So point us in that direction and sponsor the show. You know, man, I'm gonna be a frequent user. I need to learn something while I'm over here on my days off. You know what I mean? And make it fun, dude. Make learning fun again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope. Shout out to Imprint.
Yeah.
Imprint on us some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What the hell have you been doing, fool? What's going on?
All right, bro.
Look, hold on, just a bit of context. Just a bit. Sefa filled me in on some stuff, and I know he is seething right now, bro. Sefa is seething right now, bro, and I'll leave it at that. I wasn't
gonna talk about it, but now that we hear, I'm talking about it. I don't care.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Hey, man, so we had our canoe race today.
Yeah.
We lost. I didn't tell you this part. Do you know who we lost to?
Some kids?
We lost to some middle schoolers.
Oh, yeah. You said kids. I didn't know it.
Hey, yeah. I know this sounds crazy that we lost to some middle schoolers, but I need to provide y'all with some context because it wasn't what y'all thought it was. This ain't what you thought it was.
This ain't what you want. Yeah.
We weren't who we thought we were. That's the show. And it's hella funny too. Before the race started, right? We was at the bleachers and we was all chilling, waiting for them to call us. And then I looked to my left, and it's this little old girl, and she just sitting on her own, like she just sitting down eating her sandwich or whatever. I said, "Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? You okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I was like, "Oh, are you over to school?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, it's school." She said, "The school." I was like, "Is that the school that? Are you waiting for the canoe?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Boo!" I started booing her in the face. Boo!
34-year-old man boos 7-year-old kid.
She got hella random facial. I'm just kidding. And then everybody was like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "Yo, she's from so high school." They're like, "Boo!" Get the hell
got
out
the whole team booing.
All right,
got the whole team of old fools to be booing this 15-year-old girl.
You know what's hella funny? As soon as we lost, I left hella fast because I was like, if I see one of these kids, I'm about to fight them. Like, one of these kids say something to me. Where your dad at? Where your dad at? Let me have a talk with your dad.
The girl's looking at you. Boo! The girl's looking at you. Boo! Boo!
Bro, all right, check this out. All right, check this out. Let me break this down for you. I woke up at 6 o'clock today to get ready. We had to be at my work at 7:15, 7:30. We got to the spot at 7:45. From 7:45 to 9:45, we did nothing. We had breakfast. We had breakfast.
Okay.
And at first, I went up and I just ate a croissant because I was like, "No, I'm gonna be light." But then they brought out a whole batch of more bacon and eggs, and I was like,
bro.
"Sign me up, man." So yeah. But we didn't do much. And then when it was, and I'm not trying to crap on the event because the event was great. Like, it was so dope. Like, it was just my experience with the canoe portion, but like, it was dope. Like, seeing everybody out there. You know, they had the cultural practices going on. They had the singing, the dancing, and so like overall, it was a great day. It's always a great event. It was just this particular portion. Yeah. So we were told that we would be able to practice. You know, like, we go out on the water. The first set of teams got out on the water, and they were on the water for about 45 minutes. And then we got on the water for about 5 minutes. And they were like, "Oh, you got to come back. We got to get ready for the races." So we didn't practice. We had no time on the water. And then instead of going straight to the races, we ended up having lunch, which, I mean, I wasn't complaining. We had pizza, but, we didn't have no chance to whatever. We getting ready to get on the water like an hour and a half later. And as we go on, our skipper that we've been assigned said, "Hey, I'm going to have my son be our skipper. This is his first time." And I was like, he's young, but it's whatever. Bro, we trying to get to the starting line on the left side. We end up going right. And then we end up doing 3 circles around. The kid was like, "I'm sorry, I'm so nervous."
Shaking in his boots, bro.
He was like, "I'm so nervous. Bro. Maybe I should go back and have my dad do it." And we're, he's young, and we don't. "Ah, it's okay, man. You got this, bro. You got this." And so
What if you started booing him? Boo!
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, "Wait, what? Why did we not have the seasoned vet skipper? Like, why?" But whatever. So then we do 3 circles in a row, and then we finally figure out our footing, and we get to the line. Bro, we not even at the line yet. We still paddling to the line. The lady goes, "Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, raise your paddles." So we trying to get to the line. But we're paddling, but she says, "Raise your paddle." We all raise our oars. And then she goes, "All right. 3, 2, 1. Bro, we all looked at each other like, what the, like,
y'all should have raised your oars. Y'all should have raised your ours. Hey, keep it down. No, we don't hear. No.
So we just went straight for it. Like, we were half a boat length behind the kids. And we had just, like, we didn't even get to settle it. They were sitting there, and I mean, I get why they try to rush the race, because the other team was sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for us to get to the line. So I can see why they was probably impatient. But like, they got to chill and to rest into it, and we literally just barely were figuring out how to go straight. And then they just was like, 3, 2, 1, go.
So we straight expending energy, bro.
We going, like, so I'm the second one. Like, the first 2 are the experienced paddlers, and so they set the pace, and then it was our turn, and then it was everyone else. And so the rule is you follow the pace from the person in front of you. But bro, oh boy, Leonard from my job, bro, was not messing around, bro. Like, when we was going to the line, we was just like this. It was cool. It was nice. It was just, bro, as soon as she said go, this one, I was like, oh shoot. I'm trying to keep up, right? And I'm like, damn, I think I'm splashing, my teammate behind me. And I just hear my teammate laughing. They're like hella laughing. And I'm just going. And then when we finish, and they go, dang, Seth, you was really into it, huh? I was like, what you mean? I turn around, bro. My teammate was all wet, bro. I splashed the hell out of my coworker. I was like, I am so sorry. They were like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Bro, that book was so crazy, bro. It was, yeah. And then like when we finished
just
and
fucking just so pissed off behind you.
bro,
Fuck.
you do not understand, bro. But when we
That's
finished,
hilarious.
the canoe next to us, like all the kids are standing up there, like, yeah, yeah, boo. I was like, bro.
I was wondering what
I was like, then check this out, man. Tell your dad, come over here.
was. Wait, was old girl in there too? Was she one of the ones saying boo?
I was like, nah, but like when we left
Was it
from where we
different
was
heat?
at, I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
good luck. Like, no, it was probably her, but like we made amends, thankfully. Cause
Yeah.
but the kid in the front was like, yeah, he's like waving his time. I was like, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? You know what? Let me say this right now. Before I didn't understand, but now I get it. Before I didn't understand, but now I get it. I see why y'all be wanting to fight the Fautasi boat races, bro.
Yeah.
I see.
Come on,
I see exactly
They're
why.
trading for
I
months,
see
bro.
exactly why,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
You beat me in a boat race and then you start, bruh. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I'll throw a couple torpedoes at you if I could.
You should have splashed that kid.
Nah, it was kind of far away. I mean,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah. So we lost. We lost them,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
And it was so funny because like when we got to shore, everybody's like, "Oh, so close, so close." I'm like, "Don't say nothing to me right
Shut
now.
up. Yeah, shut up.
Don't
Man.
say nothing to me. Just leave me alone. Just why I'm walking out. I'm walking out. My head's down. I don't need a good try. You'll get them next year. I don't need that.
Yeah, I was talking to freaking Michael Jordan in Game 7, bro. This guy. Man, don't do no, bro.
Run it back. Yeah. So
Yeah, run that shit back.
So I was in there and I was getting ready to go, and they were like, "Hey, just so you know, the small canoe races, they're definitely gonna need people. So if you guys want to stay around and paddle some more." I must have looked at that lady like, "Girl, I ain't never gonna paddle again in my life." So I was a little. Even me and my coworker, because I had rowed with her, so we rowed back, and like the whole time we left, like from the canoe into the changing area, and then to the main, like the main function where it had a bunch of vendors, a bunch of like resource tables, like thousands. I think it's like 8,000 people there. So once we got to that field, and we're like, oh, when are we gonna eat? And like we're looking around and we're just waiting, and all I hear is go, I can't believe they cheated us. And I was like, for real. And then like slowly all of the coworkers was like, they cheated. And so that was validating a little bit. I was like, man, I know I sound like a liar, like a complainer and a sore loser, but they're like, no. And even people on shore were saying that too. But like at the end of the day, it's just for fun. So it was all cool. I just hate that we was there for so long and then we didn't get a fair shot. But honestly, it was cool to leave because it was such a long day, bro. We didn't leave until like 2 o'clock, and we had been there since 7:45. So like, I was tired. I was just cranky or whatever.
Full day. No, that's a full day's of work. A full day of work on your day off.
Well, no, I mean it's still work. Like it's still a work day today.
Oh,
but
okay.
But yeah, like no, it was cool. Like yeah, everybody else was at work. So I guess it was. I mean, it was cool with us. Like I would just be getting off of work if I was really working. So yeah, no, it's a cool day. So yeah,
that's cool, man.
I came home. I texted Marcus, "Hey man, I'm off early. You trying to run? You trying to record?" And then I went straight to sleep, bro.
Yeah,
I was out for like half an hour. I was dead.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Wait,
so yeah.
Are you like straining it all? Is anything tightening up from paddling? Because I feel like there's so much.
Bro, my shoulder,
goes...
my shoulder, and then like my back, like the wing, or what is it, like the shoulder blade area, like the wing or whatever. Like that part, and then like my arm, because I kept hitting the canoe.
Oh, okay.
Because I was cool when we was going, and I could like go, outside. But when bro in front of me was going fast and I kept having to keep up, I kept dinging my finger, kept dinging my arm, and so I was like, damn, I'm finna bruise or something. But no, it was cool. It was fun. It was hella
Were
fun.
were you were you getting splashed by the homie Leonard the way you were splashing your
Yeah,
coworker
yeah, yeah.
behind you?
Well,
Oh,
no,
okay.
he was way more
I thought it was
experienced.
like,
So he
yeah,
was a lot more efficient with his paddling, and I was not. I was just
okay.
like
Yeah.
I was just going like some of them was hella
In
wide.
the surface of the water.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even going down. He was
Like 2 inches deep.
yeah.
So nah, he did splash, but not definitely not as much because like my coworker, their whole shirt and sweat like pants were all just yeah, I felt so bad. So yeah, man, that happened and
Never again.
yeah. First and
Don't ask him.
last.
First and last. Don't ask him to do it again.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
man.
It's hella funny too, because last
What?
year something similar happened, and when my coworkers were talking about last year, I was like, bro, just get over it. It's just a for fun race, and now look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Booing
so
everybody in sight, getting booed, bro. The competition got real. Okay.
it did,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I'm ready to go back to Samoa. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy Manu Lele Iseula. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. And also the race wasn't even that long. It was not that long. I was dying, bro.
Bro.
I was dying. And you know what's crazy too?
What?
One of the homegirls, she don't even work with us no more, but she paddled with us. And she's like been paddling for years too. She's
Oh,
hella
what?
quiet, hella small. But like when she seen that they were winning, she yelled and she was just like,
Oh,
"Come
what?
on, guys!" And like everyone was like, "Whoo!" Like everybody got, and I was like, "Damn!" Like we didn't have that fire crack, like we didn't have that fire, like that's kind of where I slipped up. I should have been more vocal, but
That's
I
that's
was
cool, man.
in the beginning of the beginning of it, I was already like, bro, this is unfair. Like so,
Yeah,
I don't know
I
how
was
I don't
about
know
to
how,
say, like you
yeah
already had it in your head, like, yo, this is bullshit. I
yeah
have no
like
fire for nobody. This
it's
is
just
bullshit.
yeah, I don't know if you've ever been in that situation where you're like, bro, we lost, like we should restart this. Like the whole time I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
so I wasn't even like in it. I was like, they're gonna restart this, and then they didn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
but other than that, I mean, the ceremony is always so dope. All of the indigenous culture is always incredible to witness and to be a part of is an honor. So shout out to National Indigenous Peoples Day. So that's the celebration that we had
Mm.
today, and um that's the holiday tomorrow, or the stat
Nice.
holiday or whatever. So yeah, so we had a good time. We had a bunch of vendors. They had a bunch of food trucks, a bunch of resource booths all over the field. This is at Hatley Castle, by the way, which
Mm.
is the castle that they use for the X-Men. That's where the X-Men castle is. So that
Mm-hmm.
was pretty dope. Also, Enchanted? No, Descendants, the movie.
Descendants. Okay.
Yeah, like the
The
Disney
Disney
movie.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's the castle that they go to school in. So yeah, there's
Oh, okay.
a lot of history over there. So
That's
yeah,
tight.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's for
pretty.
real tight.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
bro,
tight.
this is dope. Like
Bro,
Deadpool
I
and
seen this in the
Logan.
movies, dog.
Yeah,
Holy shit, man. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was super dope. So yeah, aside from all of that, I had a great time. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I'm never racing in a canoe either. Yeah. I never want to race in a canoe. You got it. Canoe boys.
You know
What
who's
else is
gonna need
going
a
on out
canoe?
here? Who?
People from
Don't.
Tuvalu, Vanuatu, and Tonga.
Oh my god.
What? Segway set back in effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, so Trump has his little his travel ban, right?
Mhm.
And now it's expanded to 3 islands in the Pacific.
Yeah.
All right. And one of them islands being Tuvalu, which is literally sinking into the ocean.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. Hold on. I was just more surprised at Tuvalu being on that list. Cause it's like, damn, bro. Like Tuvalu can't catch a break, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just cannot catch a break. But yeah, no,
I just
it's only gonna get more from there. What?
it's an expanded travel ban list. I don't know if it's officially approved, but it was proposed. So it may not be
Okay.
approved. I think they have like a 60-day grace period where they can like either plead their case or work on better, management so that more people aren't illegally coming over or overstaying.
Right.
It's just funny to see. It's just funny to me to see people in our community rationalize this and defend
Mm.
it. um, Saying things like they're only doing this because you guys are taking the flag, the Tongan flag, and all of this to the
No,
to
I didn't
the
see any of that.
protests.
Whoa.
They're saying that
Oh
they're only
what?
doing this because you guys are over there at the protests.
Oh shit! What the
Like
fuck?
yeah, like
What?
blaming it on the protest, blaming it on, like, oh, we're supporting them or what. I don't know. It's just like trying to rationalize every other situation as opposed to like just seeing it for what it is, and like they don't really want y'all over here. I
Yeah.
don't know, I don't know how else we can look at it and slice it. Any way you slice it, it looks crazy. Um, but they'll deny, and they'll make up excuses and whatnot. But this is yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know that was a whole conversation. I didn't even know like people were
Bro,
doing that shit. But it
if you
makes
read the
sense, man.
comments, if you read the comments, you'll
What?
see people blaming it on many things, like, oh, this is Biden's fault, or oh, this is because you guys are protesting for the illegals that are here, or
Mm-hmm.
all the, oh, it's because of the riots and they're trying to crack down on all immigrants now, not just the ones who are causing trouble. um
I didn't know there
I
was like an influx of like Vanuatuan and Tuvaluan dissidents like that in the
well
country. You know what I'm saying?
well
It's
no,
like causing problems.
to be fair, it was Tong it was they were focused on people like Tongan people
I
that were
thought so. Yeah,
protesting.
bigger population, sure.
Yeah, they were focused on Tongan people who were protesting, all of these things. What's crazy is now that all of this talk is being had, I've been more inclined to do a lot more research.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's crazy. So one of the things that has come up is people saying Obama deported way more people in his time.
Okay,
That's one of the claims.
I've seen a
um
bit of that. Yeah,
yeah, I would implore y'all to go look up DACA. I don't even know if it's called DACA, but that's what I've been calling
heard
it.
that term
DA
too. DACA.
DACA,
Mm-hmm.
the deferred something act or whatever. um
DACA.
yeah,
DACA.
DACA. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
there are so many different versions of things like deportation, things like border security. And if you look at it, it was a lot more humane under the Obama administration. They
Mm-hmm.
fought for families to stay together. They fought for the rights of immigrant children.
Sure.
If y'all really look up like behind the numbers, because the numbers only tell a certain story. But if you
Mm-hmm.
look up the way in which they were doing it and the way that they were advocating for the rights of people who weren't documented here,
Mm-hmm.
it's not perfect. It's definitely not what you know most people on the left would hope for, but it's a lot better
Yeah,
than.
as I don't expect it either.
Yeah, I mean, there's no perfect, there's no perfect world or whatever, but
Sure.
they focused on dangerous, undocumented people as opposed to just anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
That's a key difference. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
yeah, like if you look, I see that stat all the time. Obama, deported way more people than Trump. But if you really look at the way that they did it, and you look at um just the different policies that they had in place as opposed to now,
Mm-hmm.
totally, like, they're arresting people that are showing up for their immigration court appearances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that
Is
lady
that
on TikTok? Sorry, what you saying?
that one with her sons? And her sons are for
No,
like U.S. armed guards. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I seen something like that.
it was a girl who was crying. She voted for Trump. She's from Florida, and her dad, who was terminally ill and undocumented, he got deported. And she was
Mm,
like crying, saying, blah blah blah, whatever, whatever. And so, I mean, it's crazy because people are never going, like, people don't care unless it happens to them. It's like, bro, at that
right.
point, it's too late. Like, you gotta be proactive
Mm,
in these type of things. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. It's just funny to see. It's not funny, of course it's not funny, but like that type of stuff, like especially with the whole banning from the Polynesian islands, it's like, yeah, they have overstairs or whatnot, but it's minute compared to other issues going on in our country. And the
yeah.
fact that we are focused on this, the fact that like we're just like hyper focused on this type of stuff, and we've allowed the government to really put a target on these people's backs
Hmm.
who otherwise they've always been in the country.
Right.
They've always, when the economy was strong, when the economy wasn't strong, when,
Yeah.
they've always been a part of the country. So it's like now it's a problem. It's
Yeah.
never been a
It
problem
kind of.
before, but now it's a problem, and it's because you overinflate these numbers. You make people fear, a bunch of stuff, fear mongering and whatnot, and then you just had them believe it, and then now we have a common enemy, enemy number one, and it's just like, nah, nah,
Nobody was complaining about immigrants when they were coming in, like boosting the economy, and that's not exclusive to the U.S. Like they was doing that in New Zealand,
yeah,
with the raids, the Don raids over there.
yeah,
Like nobody was complaining when like immigrants were bringing in jobs. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? Bringing in money for the country. Like it was just like an influx of them. You know what I'm saying? That caused people to like worry. And let's not even get into the propaganda that like the media was doing to like try to talk about these new brown people or colored people in their neighborhoods, like
yeah.
at least in the 70s and 80s, like you know what I'm saying, like it goes back. So there's been so much evidence of them not caring about immigration until it has to meet some kind of political stance, or if there's money involved, or there's some way that they can get ahead. So there's been like so much of that going on, you know what I'm saying? And just to like your point about Obama and stuff, there's plenty of things to fault Obama for,
hmm
TBH, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But yeah, I mean, at least as far according to what you're saying, immigration shouldn't be one of them. And
yeah,
again, now we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Now we have a problem with undocumented people when like y'all was out there, or when they had them in the jobs that nobody was willing to take or whatever, all that fucking shit that we see on the news all the time. Like I'm seeing
hmm
that they're pausing some raids on certain businesses that are affecting people who basically put Trump there, who
yeah.
contribute to like super
Agriculture.
PACs,
Yeah,
boosters. Yeah, exactly. So now now they're not a problem. We can pause the ice raids because those guys affect
yeah,
our interests now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So it's a
Because it's
nasty thing. It's a nasty
bro,
thing out here.
because it's not really about undocumented people. It's literally
Yes,
to
that
get
exactly.
people to rally together and to feel like if you think about it, right? You take
Hmm.
people who feel like the government doesn't care about them, who feel like their power has been taken away. You feel like, the money that you make isn't sufficient enough to live. Like, you take all these people who've been stripped of, feeling like an outstanding citizen. And what do? You introduce a group of people that are less than you, and it props
Mm,
you up, and it
mm,
makes you feel like you're better than where you actually are. And
right.
it gives you this sense of not entitlement, but it gives you this sense of empowerment to be like, yo, I'm much better than them. I
Yeah.
deserve this. And to a certain extent, yeah, if you're a citizen or whatever, you pay into certain things, blah, 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 whatever. You can feel that way. But this, if you really take a step back and you see the way that they play this game, they focus on that group of people to uplift you, to make you feel more important than you actually are, or to make you feel like the government cares about you more than they actually do. And it keeps
Hmm.
you there, and it makes you okay with the status that you're in, because at least you're
Right.
not them. At least you're
Right.
not them. And
Hmm.
then it turns into that cycle. Like, you pick on those people, and then you go from there. I encourage people, like you mentioned in New Zealand, I encourage our Polynesian people to really look at the policies they enacted out there, to look at how they brought us out there to do all these hard labor jobs. And as soon as the cultivation was done, as soon as the plantations were taken care of, as soon as all of these things,
Yeah,
the
once the
houses were
quota was reached.
yeah, once the houses were built,
You know what I'm
once all of the
saying?
hard labor stuff was finished and they didn't need it anymore, all of a sudden it's a problem that y'all are here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so this
Mm-hmm.
is a tale as old as time, bro. And I hope our people can watch and learn and read from New Zealand's past and history, because I feel it would hit closer to home, because those are our people. Those are
Yeah.
literally our ancestors. And
Mm-hmm.
it don't it unfortunately, people don't care until it happens to them. And so
Yeah.
if we see that this has been happened to us, this has happened to us, this playbook has been ran on us, and it marginalized our people on that side of the water, and it pushed our people on that side of the water into these ghettos or back onto the islands after promising them all these things, and then pulling the rug from under them and just having them completely defenseless out there. And so
Definitely.
if I feel like if they did more research, if they read into what was happening back then, and the whole Don Ray, the issue with the Don Rays, like they literally treated them like less than human beings when they did the deportation. It wasn't like a court of law. It wasn't like a whatever. It was like a,
They were
hey,
breaking people's doors down, bro,
yeah, it's
and
yeah,
coming in and taking
setting the
people, bro.
dogs, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Come
Like,
on, bro.
yeah, so I just feel like in America we're not hip to the history on the other side of the world.
Definitely not. Nah.
Like
I
people
just
don't
learned
even know
about
about
this.
the Mao
What?
movement and stuff like that. People don't know about
Oh, a
these
bit about
movements that our
yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate when our people say stuff like, "If you don't like it, then leave," because our people are infamous for protests, are infamous for causing a riot and really trying to make things change. Like that's what we do. That's what we've done in different
Mm-hmm.
parts of the world, in different communities, but it's all in within the Polynesian community. Like we've been there, we've done that.
I didn't
Hawaii
know
is a
there were.
perfect huh?
My bad. I didn't know there were Polynesian people in the Mao movement. That's crazy.
It took place in Samoa.
Oh, why am I thinking of something else? All right,
I
never
don't
mind.
know.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought I heard that somewhere. Okay, never mind. What?
Yeah, like it.
It
Hawaii
took
is a
place in
great
Samoa.
example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, they're I literally hate when people say, "Oh, stop bringing up there's no illegals on stolen land. There were no law." Like I had an argument on Twitter, of course, with a guy that said what laws were broken when they took over the native lands when European came. I said, "Do you really think that native people didn't have land laws and regulations and courthouses and punishments and all of that? You think people didn't have that?" And they're like, "No, they were
Yeah.
savages." I'm like, bro, they brainwashed you to think that, because if you really pay attention to the history, native people had been here for thousands of years. They had their own economic system, they had their own agricultural system, they had their own judges and juries and all of this thing. It may not have been the prototypical, 12 person in the jury type stuff with a judge with a wig on. It may not have been that, but they had these things in place. Same thing that we know our people had in place. And
Mm-hmm.
but they just come and they invalidate all of that because they're just like, oh, it wasn't the white man's
Yeah,
courthouse
wasn't the
and all
Western
of
terms? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Western white man terms. Yeah, for sure. If they
yeah,
want to
so
use those, if they want to go there, I mean, there was a monarchical system. Huh? If
yeah,
you want us to use these big old
yeah.
words and shit, there was
We had a
still a
Manarachi.
democracy. Yeah.
The girl was like, I would like to thank Tonga and the Manarachi.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We had all that.
Yeah. You
Hawaii
know what I'm
had their
saying?
own, 1893, 1873, something like that, when they overtook Hawaii illegally. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The states was the states.
Yeah.
USA was USA in the late 18, early 1900s, and they illegally took over Hawaii. Like, what are
Yeah.
we talking
Fuck you,
about?
Rutherford B. Hayes. Fuck you.
Yeah, Cook, James Cook too, all of that.
Yeah.
but
Dole.
um,
Fuck you, Dole.
but yeah, sorry to get all political and whatnot, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's
Yeah.
just I just hope I just encourage y'all, man, to really look into our history as a people, because a lot of this stuff is history repeating itself, and so if we really
Yeah.
pay attention to what's happened in the past, we won't be doomed to repeat it in the future. So,
Whoa. Whoa,
so
that
with
was
that being
deep, dude.
said,
Whoa.
so with that being said, Marcus, you was born in Samoa, so you're a national. Would you ever join the TV citizenship game show to get full citizenship? Would you do that? Would you do that?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
No.
I'm all
They
right.
tell you if you're not a citizen, you gotta go back to Samoa. You wouldn't do that in order to
Okay, maybe
stay?
I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play.
All right.
I've worked very hard to go back with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I need to go.
So what we're talking about is apparently there was some talks. I don't know if it was a rumor or like an actual thing where they were saying
No, it's an actual
it was
thing.
an actual thing.
Yeah, the
There's
Department of Homeland Security pitched this idea.
So apparently they pitched this idea to have people be in like a game show where they would compete for citizenship.
Yeah.
I just don't like it just feels like a Hunger Games episode, does it not?
Yeah, of course.
Like that's so I remember Hunger Games, like seeing it, and I'm like, yo, this is so far removed from reality because like who would ever think to divide
it's not that far off.
Yeah, and
we're
I'm
not
just
that
like,
far off.
Now that I'm looking, I'm like,
we're gonna have to start representing District 12, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We're not that far off, bro. We're not that far off. Come on, bro.
Yeah. So there's a lot of talk and whatever. I told myself that if that were to ever happen, as much as I would want to watch it, just because I'm just a human who's curious and
what
whatever.
A great idea for a TV show, though, huh? You know what I'm saying,
bro?
As far as entertainment and just trash television, it's a great idea, and it's gonna be the most successful show in America, maybe in the world.
It's too close.
It's a really good. Yeah.
It's like it's
Idiocracy, bro.
It's too close, bro. Like it's that's scary.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Squid Games without the dying part.
Well, like people, I don't know. These TV execs just might add death to it.
Bro, do you remember seeing the Squid Games, like the reenactment one where like they were playing for money? And it was all the games from the real Squid Games, but they were just playing it on Netflix. Beast? No, that's similar.
Like a spinoff. Yeah.
But it was Netflix. Yeah. But Mr. Beast did his own thing, but it was Netflix.
Yeah.
And so they had that going. And bro, it was heartbreaking because some of those people were like banking on this money to change their lives. And like when they would lose, like it's funny when they're trying to cut the cookie, whatever. But like when they lose and to see all of that, like just to be demoralized in front of the world for TV. I literally like I watched it for a little bit. I was like on and off watching my phone and watching it, and then I seen an elimination where bro was like, it looked like his heart was just in his socks, and it made me feel not good because I was just like, why am I finding enjoyment from this? Like, I'd watch the regular Squid Games and know that they're all actors and this is cool, but to see it in real life, like, I don't know, it didn't make me feel good. It made me feel like one of these like puppet master kind of people who's just, look what happens when we put cheese in a trap and see what the mouse does. Like, it was weird. It was weird.
We've said it time and time again on here, man. If we can't suspend our disbelief, bro, it's gonna be hard to justify watching what we're watching. Besides, this is entertaining as fuck, which unfortunately it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the appeal of seeing the sadness on their faces. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's appealing to me. I didn't watch it. I'm not a big fan of them shows. I did watch the show, the TV show, Squid Games, but sure. What?
Check it out.
Hey, what? Okay.
Check it out. Just check it out and no. I want you to check it out because I feel like, as far as like, we kind of the same. We kind of the same.
And I think I'd enjoy it up to a point. To be honest,
and that's what I mean. Like I liked it up until I was like focused on the TV. Bro lost, and like he just collapsed, and I was just like, yeah, nah, this is I don't know.
You know what? I'm trying to justify it in my head that I feel like I've seen so many faces of regret, but from like movies and TV shows, that I feel like I'd be too desensitized to it and see it as a very entertaining. But I think if like the backstory of the person who lost is like super tragic, then I'd be like, all right, I gotta change this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like if they're like, bro, this old man, he's 89 years old. He lost his family to like a tsunami or something crazy. I'll be like, dude, I want him to win. And then he doesn't. I'm like, oh, fuck this show, bro.
You know
what
how
I mean?
you know
that's
how
not
much,
even identifying as a human. What?
no, you know how much I be cheering for the people on American Ninja Warrior that got a great story. I'm like, come
on,
on,
bro.
Jake, come on. You can make it up the wall.
Bro, marketing works, bro. It works on all of us, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to American Ninja Warrior, bro.
Hey, Marcus. Would you ever do American Ninja Warrior?
Yes. Yeah. Just to try the course. I'd fall within 5 seconds, but goddamn, that shit looks fun, bro.
Hey, you know what we should do? You know what we should do, bro? Me, you, Lance. What? Me, you, Lance, Joanna, Caleb. You know what we should do?
What?
We should see if we can go sign up for Wipeout.
That would be hard, bro.
Bro, there has to be a place where we can sign up for a Wipeout course that's not on TV, that's not televised. And I want to see who can finish it first.
Okay. Fastest time? Yeah, fastest. Wait, okay, so any oh yeah, no. We'd have to discuss the rules somewhere else. But yeah, fastest time for sure.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
You know what though? Like I would be scared to hit the water because I'd be hella heavy when I get out water.
Yeah.
Like brother, I'm hairy, bro. My hair be holding on to waterways. I would be hella scared. Like I would try to do it perfectly or close to perfect, but at least not fall into the water. Because once I'm wet and I get out, I'm not gonna be as athletic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be as nimble.
Yeah. Well, we could just do the course, but without the water stuff. Like we could just keep it on land.
Yeah, but what if you get like part of it is you on top of a platform and you get hit off? I'm not trying to fall into no grass.
I'd rather fall into grass. Well, okay, I hear you. Yeah. I'd rather fall into something soft. I don't know.
Damn,
I'm just trying to avoid the water altogether. I'm just trying to avoid the water.
Drop me 10 feet in some grass. I don't need no water. What the hell?
That's true. Yeah, just land and roll.
This guy, free runner. Parkour.
Yeah, parkour. I was just watching that clip yesterday.
Hey, what course do you think you'd excel at in Wipeout, and what course would give you the most problems?
I can't really. I think any platform where I have to run across to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the big red balls, like those ones.
Is that? I'm more familiar with like American Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
Okay, super athlete.
No, that's not even. No, like Wipeout's great, but they all look kind of the same. I don't know. Like you're either bouncing on a platform, falling into water, or you get hit by someone falling into water. Like everything seems to involve water. They got Wipeout.
They got this one where it's like a ledge, right? And you got to walk sideways, and there's like holes in the wall, and punching gloves come out randomly.
I think I've seen clips of that. Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like I would. Well, I don't know. I feel like that would be an easier one, but yeah.
What about the ones that like the things that spin and they have those you gotta jump and duck and all that shit. Get to the
All right, bro. Now that's the one. That's the hardest for me. Like I feel like y'all got me. Yeah, because I can't be doing the jumping and ducking all day. I'll probably last for about 4 or 5 rotations and then I'm done.
Yeah.
So we should do that. If we always standing on that platform and it was just going up and down, and that would be fun, bro.
I mean, there's indoor versions of that. You see kids getting smacked by that shit all the time.
Yo, we should do that.
Are hilarious.
Look, I'm going from American Ninja Warrior to Wipeout, and now I'm back at American Gladiators.
David Buster's.
American Gladiator. I'm standing on the thing with the Q-tips with you. I'm mopping you with the Q-tips.
Right? Don't you? They got that at Sky Zone. You ever been
Yeah,
to like a place like Sky Zone where they got like the trampolines and stuff everywhere?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they got that at Sky Zone. That shit is fun. Hell yeah, hitting each other with the cotton swabs. Yeah. Ooh, ooh.
Bro, American Gladiator might be the game that we should play. Remember the one where it's one dude, he's like blocking the basketball hoop, but it's like a circle, it's like a trash can looking thing. And then
I
the
think
other guy
so.
has the ball on the outside and you have to defend it and you have to slam it in. I
I
would
think
play that
so.
with y'all, bro. That would be hella
That's
fun.
funny, bro. There's
Yeah.
yeah, in places like Sky Zone, they got that in the trampoline. And the come on, bro, we can keep it indoors and safe.
Hey,
We
let's
gotta
do it.
go to the water.
I'm down with the foam pit. Hey, I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie. I ain't gonna lie though. Last time I went into like a foam pit or like a ball pit, it was kind of scary trying to get out that thing.
that is scary, bro. That's actually a lot of weight, bro. It's kind of it's like
Bro,
quicksand, so that is scary,
nah, I couldn't pull myself up. Like I was
bro. Yeah,
like it was hard. It was hard. So
yeah, yeah, bro.
yeah,
You
I
can
might go
literally
water.
drown. I mean, it's a drown. It's not water, but you can suffocate in there,
Suffocate, yeah. Nah, yeah, nah. Imagine you die.
bro.
Man, you're having
Dude, we
this
should
set.
do that.
You're having this man. Seth fell in the foam pit and couldn't get out.
You're in head first, and your legs are sticking out, kicking.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro.
That's scary, bro.
Nah,
That's
I wouldn't
scary.
want to go out that way. I wouldn't want to go
You
out
know what I
that
mean?
way.
All right, so we need not a ball pit and maybe a foam pit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. How about this? How about we do either or, but I just keep a snorkel on me. Sefa, his snorkel sticking out the ball pit.
So put your hand up, dude. We're gonna grab you, man. Put your hand up.
Oh shoot, yeah. So shout out
Yeah,
to
man, that
American
would actually be really
Gladiator.
fun.
Shout
Yeah,
out to I don't know about no citizenship game, but yeah,
that
yeah.
was pitched by the Department of Homeland Security,
That's wild,
either
bro.
by them or to them. And it said that it's been pitched before, and Obama and Biden were like receptive to it. I don't know how
Wow.
true that is, but
I
I
feel like
thought
they
that
just
was a
I
hilarious
feel like
fact.
I feel like they just threw that in there, but it might be true. It might be true.
No,
Um,
you know what? I don't put it past them.
yeah, yeah. All politicians are dirty, so whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's
Um,
cool.
should we end it with
We
the hot takes?
shit, it's on you. You could lead that if you want. I'm trying to think of
All
one off
right,
the top
man.
right now.
Polytickin hot
All right.
takes. Something that'll get us in trouble. Something that a lot of people might not agree with. Hey, Pulini's not good, bro.
I can agree. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. No, I agree. It's dry. Even with that sauce, like I'm not a big fan of poulet.
Tasteless cake. What kind of cake is that? What kind of cake ain't got no sugar? It's just bread. It's just airy bread. Is that what that is? It's just airy brown bread.
Like, do you like it with that sauce? I don't know what that sauce is, but
bro, that sauce is the saving grace of that dish.
Mm.
The sauce is the Michael Jordan of that Bulls dish. I don't really care for it. I ain't really tripping off it. If it's there, it's cool. I'll get to it if I got time. Sometimes I'll be busy. You know what I'm saying? I'll be busy with the Pang Popo. I'll be busy with the, you know what I'm saying, some other stuff. And I Fauci, I can't get to it.
Mm.
But if it's there, it's, it's cool. But it could not be there and I could be great too. So yeah. I had to
Which
say
one's Fauci again? The is that the taro?
Yeah, the soaked taro.
Okay.
Like it's like spongy.
Taro. Oh yeah, okay.
Fauci from Vanuatu. Different, bro. If you ain't never had Fauci from Vanuatu, you need to change that ASAP. Shout out to Mocha who bought me a one case, and then I made her buy me 3 more. I was like, man, cousin, come on, it's a $20 bill. You just get 3 more, you'll be all right. You don't need change. Shout out to her. Yeah, that's my hot take. I don't think,
I can't think of one off the top without.
He's gonna make me stick my neck out there. You know how many Polynesian?
Yeah, you've done that to me so many times.
You know how many
I've
Polynesian
stood by
protesters?
myself on this battle. I stood by myself on the battlefield before, okay?
Bro,
all right,
and that's
I've
for
seen
you.
y'all from the back.
You've been doing that to yourself. What are you talking?
I would expect my brothers in arms to be right there with me, but they all laugh.
Sometimes you be on that ledge by yourself.
Yeah. Smoke by myself, drink by myself, do what I can by myself for real.
Hey, you know what?
Bro.
Let us know. Everybody in the comments, everybody in the community, let us know some hot takes, some Polynesian hot takes, some Polytickin hot takes. Let us know what you feel and that what a lot of other people may not feel or maybe upset at you about. And let us know in the comments, man. Let us know.
Yeah, inspire me so I can figure out a take, or I'll just steal yours. Come up with an idea and I'll steal it.
He don't do that. That's the kind of thinker he is. He's not a free thinker. He's a still thinker.
Yeah, I'm a still thinker. Yeah, his ideas are not his own.
Yeah. Marcus is pretty much like Marcus is like AI with muscles.
Yeah.
He just picks bits and pieces from other people's work, makes an amalgamation.
Yeah.
And then he eats McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah, Timberland's gonna sign me next week. Yeah, what you talking about? he gonna sign me next week. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because if at first you don't succeed, I don't have anything else. I don't got anything else, man.
Yeah, me neither, bro. I'm tired, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. We appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying, being here, getting to the end of this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Appreciate y'all. 129, go far, soy full, patreon.com/Polytickin Podcast. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck.
I'm so